All right, welcome back to Das Lab. We got a problem here. My cross slide here, I've stripped out the screw hole. So I got a narrow, near and far range set up here, and this one's fine. The threads are toast in that one. So I'm going to tap that out and make it bigger. It's 6 mil now. I think it's going to go to 8. And I'm also going to drill a third hole in this area. So I don't know how tough this is going to be to machine, but we're going to see. I mean, the threads came apart like cheese, so maybe I can countersink, drill a little hole, countersink, and mount this a little closer. I checked out underneath. There's no obstructions from the screw that goes through there because it's on that dovetail. So we'll see if I think I can buy another one of these if I have to, but I'm gonna try that. So there's nothing I can really think of that I can do to fix those threads. So we'll lay out and we'll see what's going on here. Alright, so it's the next day now. We're working on this cross slide holder that has the chewed out threads. A little bit of history on it. This was my original compound, and you know, it's a good Emco little lathe and it's good material, but I had a broken part in here, and I used to have to tighten it up a lot. There was no flange on there, and I would have to tighten it quite a bit, and I think that's when I started stressing out the threads. And I've got this new compound, and it's got to sit in there, and yeah, I think nothing wrong with this one. And I don't have a habit of over tightening and going gorilla on them, but obviously I did. So instead of tapping a new hole in there, which I think would be too close anyways, I don't think I get much function out of there, and I thought of overlapping the holes and thinking that I could still get some good swivel, but that's a good fit, and I can't guarantee that I'm gonna get that. So we are going to go M8. Now the question I have, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Take this right off. Before I drop something. Is that going to, and of course not. So that huge hex head is not going to fit in there. So what I am going to do is, instead of opening up this hole, because I only have one of these, I am going to turn that down on the lathe. I'll lock that up on a collet and I'll turn it down. I'm not going to put a lot of force on it, hopefully. So we'll turn that down on a lathe, and then I will have to drill. I will have to drill that out a little bit, but it shouldn't be a problem because I will have an M6 for that hole and M8 for that hole. So that hole will end up going a little bit bigger. Yeah, I don't have to drill this hole. I just got to drill that hole a little bit bigger to accommodate the M8. And it doesn't look like it's going to be by much either. And I'll want that in the center. Okay. So I want that to be, I want it to be pretty darn square before I tap. Yeah, that hole's gonna be bigger. You know what I'm gonna do? Call me crazy. I'm gonna do a test hole. Just to, in my beautiful block here. I'll go on the side. Okay, so it's got good clearance for that. And then the tap. Okay. I got the drill bit and the tap and actually the screws at Lakeshore Hardware. Should work. I think I'm flatter that way. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Okay. We're moving. You're moving here. This should be a good view for you. A little bit of light. Did I get that far already? I did. Boy, that is not hard steel. I don't know if the ways here are hardened or not, but I would not call that hard. Okay. And no, I'm not going to tap. I'm not going to power tap. I don't like doing that. Hang on, I'll be right. Okay. That's secure, but not level. And not square. Okay. A little bit of this stuff. What is it? The guy at the store gave it to me. And we're off. And we're off. That'd be really great. I'd love to snap the tap off in there right now. And we could have a whole video on how to swear and throw things around your shop and lose it. That'd be nice. All the kids could watch. Say, wow, that's fun. I got to tell you, this is not hard metal. Like, it's not a wonder that, like I said, it's like cheese. And there's your taps, there's your threads. Maybe that's the easy part. That's a pretty good fit. Not quite coming out the bottom. I don't know if it went far enough. I think it did. Let me get a wrench for that. I do like metric. I mean, I am, you know, I was born in the late '60s, and this country switched to metric in, I think, 1973, and so I was brought up with both. I mean, I know what a 2x4 is, and I know what a 4x8 sheet of plywood is, and I know what a liter is, and I know what a kilogram is. There we go. That's nice. Okay, well, that's that part. That is that part. Okay, I'll come back when I figure out what I'm going to do next. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that this is 7.73, 7.74 millimeters. Okay, and I want something a little bit bigger, just a little bit. So if I look over here at this, which is an O size, it's just a bit bigger, ever so slightly bigger, and I think that would be a good size to drill that out with. Okay, and that hole size is not crucial. This diameter is crucial because that fits into there, and that's what the whole swivel is. And I don't want to lose too much meat on there, so I don't think I'm going to be too bad. So let's vise this up. What are you looking at? Get you there. Get you there. Oh, I'll go this way. Got the give screws there. I don't like that already. Don't like that. Ooh, I don't want to do that either. Do I? Nope. Don't want to do that. Huh. Off camera. There, it's done, and I got good clearance, and I still have my hole there. Okay, so I'll see you at the lathe. All right, It's about 45 minutes later, and guess what? If I want to turn that on the lathe, I got to have the lathe back together. So I had to put everything back together, readjust everything. Everything's nice and tight. Really happy with the way it is. And I'm on the compound is on in the hole with the good threads on it. So there's my 8mm. I changed my 3-jaw out, put the collet check on. That's okay because I'm going to be using that a little bit later. And we'll see how this cuts. Obviously you can tell I took a little cut because I didn't want to, you know, wreck anything on film. So a little bit slow, but we'll see how it goes here. Cutting threads. I think I need a bit of that pulled up. Jumping around a bit. I don't think you want to watch this anymore. Alright, I've got that turned down so that that head will now sit in that hole. And now the next thing to do is to cut it to length. Okay, so I got that dressed up. I switched to a little carbide tip here. I know my speeds were too slow. Didn't feel like changing them. So there is my finished nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it. And let's try it out in the new position. Get rid of that out of the way. Crank that back. Keep cranking. I realize there's some, I don't know if that's from me or something else, but there's some schmoo there. Okay. That through there. I get my key. And voila. Now the question is, yeah, can I get that down? Am I bottoming out? No, everything's good there. And everything's solid there. It's always sad when you have a piece of machinery that goes through some sort of trauma, and you have to make it so it's not stock like it should be, but it is nice when you can fix it, and I'm really glad I didn't have to drill more holes and countersink in here. And oh, that's a steam burn, by the way, in case you're wondering what that is. Not some sort of a new type of virus or anything. I got burned. That's a whole other video. check out my cooking videos. I was making salsa and boiling my jars, and some steam came out of the lid and burned me, and I didn't realize it was that bad. It hurt at the time, but anyway, it's kind of gross. But yeah, so there you go. That's it. In the DAS lab this time, machine repair. Have fun. Keep it real. Don't get any on you.